today in this video, we're actually going to be talking about the Fortnite Season 8 trailer and actually showing a Fortnite Season 8 trailer, and it is absolutely crazy, so make sure you watch to the end for all the information. But let's play it right now, guys, and keep watching throughout this whole trailer for the information at the end that you'll probably miss out on.
From the darkest depths of deep space, mystery is on a collision course with danger.
The world will never be the same. Brace for impact.
So guys, obviously that's not actually the proper Fortnite Season 8 Epic Games official trailer, but that is a fan-made trailer and it is made to be what the Epic Games one is actually going to be like, pretty much, guys, to get the hype around it. And basically, it's probably going to be like that, something to do with the earthquakes, the ice king and everything like that. But next up, we have the cube returning, and this is actually implemented into this trailer, obviously. Like, in the actual Fortnite Season 8 trailer, that will most likely be in it, and that is because almost 100% now, I mean, it basically is 100%, but I don't want to say 100%, the cube is going to be returning. There's so much proof around this, and there's actually some proof in the Fortnite Season 7 trailer, so I'm going to play that right now. Keep watching and comment when you see the cube in this trailer. But guys, if you didn't see it already, the cube is actually one of the presents that gets put under the tree. I'm gonna play it really slow right now. It's really hard to work out. Just look at the presents. You can actually see basically just the cube right there, a small cube with like the present ribbon thing on the top. So it basically is just the cube. And also another thing towards the cube and everything, the cube is actually shown behind your character in the menu, guys. You can actually see it. Obviously, if you get rid of the character and everything. Next up, we have new events, and there is actually the earthquake event, and also maybe, most likely even, a volcano event, so keep watching to see this. But first of all, we're going to start off with the earthquake event. Most of you guys probably already know about this, but I've actually got some insane new information. Starting off with many cracks in the ground right now, guys. There's more cracks getting added all the time. Literally 2 days ago now, the first crack was added in, and now there's like 5 or 6 cracks, and they're absolutely huge, spread across the map. And also, we're getting more frequent and bigger shakes through the map. Now, before there was literally probably like 1 or 2 shakes a day, probably like one, even like every 48 hours at one point. Now we're getting shakes pretty much every hour, guys. They're lasting longer, like 10 seconds now, whereas before it was like 3 seconds. And soon, guys, trees are gonna start breaking, leaves are gonna start falling off the trees, and overall, guys, at the end of this event, the Fortnite map is gonna be split off into two. Now obviously this is the Fortnite map on screen right now. What is most likely gonna be happening is, obviously you can see that massive line where the river goes across. It's probably gonna be splitting at that point and split up like that. Now next up we have the volcano event, and this is not as likely gonna be happening because there's not as much proof about this, but it's still, this is probably gonna be the event that's gonna be happening at the end of season 8, and the earthquake event is gonna be happening at the start of season 8. So the volcano event is going to be happening after the meteor, because obviously meteor is a natural disaster, and obviously the volcano is as well. So the season 8 theme is going to be natural disasters, and where this volcano is going to be coming out from, it's either going to come out from the massive mountain across, like in the background of Fortnite, which is actually apparently designed off the St. Helens mountain, which is a mountain in America that erupted and basically spread volcano rocks, like fire everywhere. It was crazy. Or it's actually going to start growing out of Loot Lake, guys. Now obviously Loot Lake hasn't been touched in a while, but a lot of stuff goes down there, and if you see the center of it, it looks perfect to a volcano just coming out and then erupting, and then probably like the water around it will go fire, and if you step in it you lose like 10 health a second or something like that. It would be crazy. Next up, we're going to be talking about dragons in Fortnite, and I know a lot of people already know about this, and a lot of people know about proof and stuff like that, why it's coming in and all the evidence, but there's a lot more new stuff that I have recently found out. And first of all, if you don't know, the Fire King was the one that put these dragon eggs in Polar Peak to try and basically destroy the whole of Polar Peak, because obviously when the dragons will hatch, they'll spray the fire everywhere. But recently, guys, if you don't know, the dragon eggs have actually gone. So either the Ice King has removed them, or the Fire King has gone back, taken them and put them somewhere else, guys. Also, even more proof on this is there is an actual dragon footprint in the ground, guys. Now a lot of people won't know about this, but if you don't know, Fortnite always work ahead of time. So right now, even though season 8 is coming out in like 10 days, they're already working on like season 10 behind the scenes and stuff for the future. So when it was in season 4, they were probably working on season 7 and season 8 then. And in season 4, a dinosaur footprint got put into the ground. Well, people thought it was a dinosaur footprint at the time, because when you remove everything, it looks like it, and it's still in the game since today. Nothing's happened with it, but it's looking more likely to be a dragon footprint, to just show more proof and evidence and leaks that dragons will be coming in Fortnite. Now next up is Battle Pass proof. Now if you guys don't know, pretty much every season now, since about season 3, when Fortnite started getting like more ahead of himself and putting better stuff into the game, they add little things into the Battle Pass to show what will be happening in the future of Fortnite. Like for example, emoticons, banners, sprays, things that people don't really put much attention towards. They'll put it in and basically it will show the storyline but before time, and no one will really know until we start getting towards the end. And right now we have 3 things, guys. First of all is at tier 62. At tier 62 we have a melting snowman spray, and then underneath it we have the sun. Now obviously the sun would melt snowmen, it melts the snow, so this is basically showing that the snow is all going to be gone in the end of Fortnite season 8. Now this is whether this be from dragons, the sun, whatever it is, guys, it is definitely happening, because obviously the snow is already melting. But next up at tier 90 we have a loading screen of the Skull Trooper and the female Skull Trooper, and in the background we have what looks to be a portal. This could be a teleporter, portal, time traveler, whatever it is, guys. I personally think it's going to be a time travel because of the next thing I'm going to show you. But the next thing is actually tier 98, and that is Dusty Depot. Now there's a lot of people that have been saying that Greasy Grove's coming back, Tomato Town's coming back, and all the old places are coming back, and I think this is going to be happening because we have a picture of Dusty Depot right there. And think about this, guys, everyone's saying Fortnite's dead, and everyone's saying Fortnite they want season 1 to come back, they want season 2 to come back, the old times. If Fortnite added the Dusty Depot back, Tomato Town, Greasy Grove, the old factories, everyone would come back to Fortnite and it would be absolutely amazing. But guys, finally we have some recent information about dragons getting added to Season 8, and this is crazy. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but about 1 or 2 weeks ago now, Fortnite added these 2 skins to the store. Forgotten the names, but they're not that popular. Not that many people bought them. They weren't very successful. But there is a leak about dragons getting added into Season 8 from this, guys. And if you can see, both of these characters have an 8 written on their shirt, and the 8 is made of 2 dragons, guys. So this is a massive reference to dragons being in Fortnite Season 8. But guys, if you did enjoy, subscribe right now, smash a like, click on one of these videos on screen right now, click the one that you prefer, and peace.